Hey everybody, welcome back to another Last Epoch build video. In this one, we are testing out a Blood Bleed Rive Forge Guard. That is dual wielding again, and I kind of fell into this using one of the new sets. It's been a pretty fantastic build so far. I've really had some fun with it. Uh, we're going to see how fast we can get through the normal timelines for this one. Maybe a timeline or two. Should be a bit longer of a stream and video today. So, I think, actually, I already have the... Sure. Yes. You go ahead and grab some prophecies while we're here. This is what I want, is unique ring. But yeah, overall, I'll be talking about basically what has worked mostly for this build. Ooh. Yep. And all I can really say is if you want a bleed build that has a decent amount of hit damage as opposed to dot damage, this is a pretty good candidate for that. So, let me get to the Black Sun here, and we will take a look at the skills and whatnot. Totally forgot we were gonna load into the observatory. Oh, hey, sis. All right. So, built around this new set that they released with this patch, Jormans. It cares about, well, bleeding and dual wielding, and getting criticals from said dual wielding. So, or from bleeding and whatnot. So, we are making use of that. We've got Blood of the Exile because if you're bleed and you are, I mean, if you're gonna bleed enemies at Blood of the Exile, just that's it. I have a really sad Sentinel relic. Siphon of Anguish, Phantom Grip, because we do have some minions. We're not all on minions, but I mean, Phantom Grip's a fantastic ring. Swaddling the Race, just solid gloves. Woven Flesh for crit avoidance until we can get something more reliable. Peak of the Mountain because we don't necessarily care about leeching health all the time, but that massive crit chance increase is great. And then Inheritance of the Race because, well, we only have one minion most of the time. And this random minion that it chooses for its first white line of text there effect will always be our main guy, which, speaking of which, I should probably summon him. And speaking further, our skills. So we have, and again, you can just pause it if you need to read it, or to take a look at the chart here, but we have Rive, mainly focused on Laceration and Challenge, basically like sucking people into her vortex and then slicing them up. We have Lunge, which I'm kind of experimenting with a little bit because I never really go down the left side of the tree very often, but I mean, it does allow you to get quite a bit of bleed and physical penetration, so why not? Javelin, mainly used for battle standard, so we can get some extra damage and healing. It also does buff Forge Strike, which is a nice backup skill when we need just a little bit extra oomph in our attacks. So, and not to mention bleed chance. And, I mean, more damage buffs. Damage over time for the bleeds. I mean, it's solid all around. And then finally, Manifest Armor, which is giving us more bleed and physical damage over time, as well as Armor Shred, because Armor Shred cares about physical the most. So, not too much to say there. Passive tree, again, we're your Gladiator build. You want to dual wield. Forge Guard, we are all in on anything that gives us strength, maybe a little bit of attunement here and there, and more importantly, making people bleed. All right. So how does it look? Let's see what I see. All right. So it's basically just dash in and then start riving. If you need some extra help, some extra punch, you slam down a Forge Strike, slam down a banner, and go to town. That is really it. So, pretty clean build. And I was happy, of all the things Last Epoch does really well with the whole build experimentation, is you really don't. If you think a build is too simple, which is what I thought at first, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dash in, I'm gonna hit people, I'm gonna make them bleed, and then they're just gonna die really quick. You might think to yourself, maybe, oh well, there's got to be a catch, right? It's not complicated enough. There's not enough of the mechanics aren't mechanicking. There's not enough overlap in what the skills do, and you'd be wrong. Especially if you have the right gear. This goes for almost every build I've ever made in Last Epoch. Just pick one or two things that you think are going to be really good for a build. Like, say, I don't know, physical damage, bleed, crit chance, and then just run with it. Find everything you can that matches up with one of those 2 to 3 things. And typically, this doesn't happen all the time, and I've definitely shared my frustrations in the past, but typically, you're looking at a build that's going to get you at least through the normal timelines. At least get you up to, like, say, level 85 before things may or may not grind to a halt. Mainly because just of how empowered and level 100 timelines scale. So, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, there's not really much to say about this build. Jormun's really does make a huge difference. Something I've kind of come to appreciate in the past few months related to building in Last Epoch is that I have in the past kind of hyper focused too much on either doing dot damage or doing crit or doing this, when in reality you got to remember it's okay and it's almost encouraged sometimes to actually mix up hello. That had to roll minimum. I'll pick it up. You have to remember that sometimes it's actually pretty encouraged to mix and match those different styles of play. Again, this is a bleed build. We are applying quite a bit of bleed. I mean, look at this. Lichessis here is getting, 30 to 60 stacks. Every time I'm consistently hitting her. But that's not the main source of my damage. It's actually the fact that I'm doing damage per amount of bleed I'm doing. So, for example, Jormun's Feast here says plus 7% critical strike multiplier per 10 bleeds on the target up to 200. So, the more dots you're applying, the more your crit damage is actually slapping. Which is funny because, again, in most ARPGs, damage over time effects like bleed, poison, etc., they don't crit. They don't use critical chance at all. But this is a build that has you mix and match that because you're being rewarded for applying a dot damage by making your normal hits crit even harder. And on top of that, I mean to press that. I'm gonna move that portal away. On top of that, you're looking at, I am hitting the wrong button. Rive, for example, actually has Maybe it's not Rive. There's another skill. It's not this one. Um, which one is it? Multi-strike has multi-strike deals more melee damage per stack of bleed up to a maximum. Which, by the way, I've definitely considered switching to multi-strike for my main attack. That being said, all this to say, I have had to learn to stop pigeonholing myself into one type of damage all the time. It doesn't always work. Again, it's that's also not a unilateral thing. Wow, that's actually that was cool to get. It's not a unilateral thing, but take it from me. It's something you really got to pay attention to if you're not. Sorry, 1 second. I could have swore there was. Oh, that's on that. Pretty good. Okay. If a build's not working for you, and trust me, I've been playing Last Epoch long enough on this channel to know that I've had plenty of builds not work out for me, especially when you get them powered. Reconsider where your damage sources are coming from. Simply put. Seriously, this is a nuts. Oh, echo damage. I can't use that. We'll have to re-roll that. That's a pretty good one. Anyways, thank you for coming from my TED Talk. Go ahead and finish out this echo. So, oh, and as always, for anybody who has any questions about the builds I've done in the past, or the one I'm doing at the moment, feel free to ask. Oh, I guess to kind of expand upon the minion part of this build, they're just there mainly to just add more sources of bleed. So. You definitely got to see how this works against bosses. And level 63. We'll go ahead and fill out the stability bar here to get that extra set of books. I think we're close enough. I cannot do that. Nice thing about the banner too is that it actually does buff all our minions. So actually genuinely useful. Not quite at 3 yet. Oh, I totally walked past the Omen. We'll go ahead and pick on that guy. Ooh. Volcanus would be really nice if I can get it higher than 1. I've definitely been looking for a Volcanus. I think with the dual wielding build is you got to be really careful. Just like when we did Kuzan's Fireblade Dancer, you got to be very careful about the damage you take because of the increased, the decreased defense from just by the nature of having 2 weapons in your hands. Oop. There we go. Nice. Clean. Got quite a bit of corrupted items here. Usually with corrupted items this late, I'm just looking for the tier counts here, so they're not good, they're not good. They are not great. Same with the altars. I'm mainly looking for tier count. Max experience books. All right. So what do we want points in now? Because the last thing I was before we went on stream, the last thing I was maxing out was Master of Arms, which is now maxed. I mean, additional penetration sounds nice. I think we'll go for that. So let's start getting duelist. Or crit chance. 71 for melee. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we got a false temple. We're about to run around at the speed of sound. Okay, double warpath. You gotta love it when you get the same shrine back to back. Nope. Here's the forest, whatever. Oh, we are gonna level up so fast here. Good, we're not getting we're not getting gold shrines at the time. Oh, this is kind of disgusting. And I got nope. Ooh, finally, my first Aurora's time glass. Very nice. Let's go ahead and get the stability max on this one, especially because you get an XP bonus here. Or probably, I mean, false sample's probably, as far as leveling is concerned, probably my favorite Woven Echo. First thing I will try and look for getting into Monolith with a new character. Oh, you know what? I just realized that the audio might be a little low. One moment. Excusez-moi, excusez-moi. Oh, trust me, this will sound a lot better here in a few minutes. Alright, there we go.
I cannot do that.
I was doing some audio testing earlier and I didn't realize that I probably kept last Epoch a little low. There we go. Alright, because I also want to hear the game. I also want to know when something rare drops. Chance to inflict bleed. If the numbers were a little higher on that, I probably would have picked it.
I cannot do that.
I think only halfway up the affix is probably not worth it. Idle slots are very competitive. Especially when you already have a bunch. Other set of amulets, can we get? Nope.
I cannot do that.
Honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to use the rest of the experience shrine here and get to level 65 before we wrap this Woven Echo up. Fireball. Damn.
I cannot do that.
65. Alright. Last group here, and peace. Ooh, I am happy to see that set again. Not happy to see Halvar's like 6 times. I'm good on that, thanks. Alright, so Farsight Turtle. I'm not typically a big fan of Battle Mage's Endeavor. If I can turn it into 3 though, that'd be fantastic. Can't believe we got an Aurora's Time Glass and a Pearls of the Spine. More importantly, Abandon Eyes the Weaver. Such a good set. A really good just storm spear. Alright, move it. I'm gonna have to relook at my idol, my altar later. Okay. Go ahead and sell these for free money.
Yes.
Okay. I think at this point we just want pull down. Maxed healing here, so guess attack speed. Forge was... Well, we don't need fire penetration. I almost want to say area. Let's do area. And then this one, I just want to get to 100 bleed chance at 125. Seems weird. Force of impact seems nice. Just more damage. So stats for armor. Let's temple that direction. Do Barren Slums first.
The silence wakes.
I need this game on. Like, that last Epoch only really announced, as far as like console is concerned, is only PS5. I feel like it might take some adjustments, but I feel like this game could run on a Switch 2 pretty easily. I would love to have like what Diablo 2 Resurrected has, and have cross save support. Maybe not cross play support, but just being able to like carry my save with me on Switch 2 would be. Oh man, I would have a tough. I already have a tough time putting Last Epoch down whenever I pick it back up, but ooh, that would be dangerous. Just like Diablo 2 has and is. Still waiting for Blizzard to actually, you know, make Switch 2 versions of their games. But right now, I think right now the only one is Overwatch, and that one was, from what I understand, very rough at the start. Might be a careful what you wish for situation, now that I think about it. I need to work on my defenses a little bit. We're gonna have to look at our gear again. I think poison, lightning, and cold are my weakest. Probably need more armor too. Yeah, 40%'s not terrible. Where are the enemies? Oh. Annoying. Okay, can we... There we go, jeez. Alright. Nope. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
75% on our crit strike now. Auras. I just realized our armor guy died.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, this is again pretty solid build. I think the problem we're going to be running into first as we get to the higher timelines is Jormung's is a really good set, but it still suffers from being kind of a lower level base item, which means that the base damage of the item is the base damage for hits is going to be a little lackluster. And I think the only way to really fix that is by getting really good reforged items. Oh yeah, give me that. I will look at that as soon as I stop getting harassed by every enemy in the Tri-State County area. Spell damage, ivory. If that was +2 to all attributes, I'd pick that one up. Yeah, really? Hey, this one's +2. I think we're good there.
Yeah.
Just when you don't think you have enough purple rings, you need more purple rings. That is what I have discovered whenever I start a new season.
I cannot do that.
There's a kind of rhythm you get into with this build I really like. Very similar to the Fire Kuzan build. Oh, very nice. Sure. Sure.
I cannot do
Excellent. Alright, let's quickly just get all this stacked and do another Farsight 1 legendary potential item to throw into the turtle. Siege Gardens and... oh, they're actually connected. That's nice. Okay. That Weaver tree giving free Weaver Echoes is just too good. Okay. Staff here. I really don't like these meteor guys. What's funny is that they actually toned the damage down. Still not enough. I still get chunked. And I have max fire resist. And 40% armor. And it's still not enough. Last Epoch still definitely, I think, one of Last Epoch's bigger issues is that damage is still somewhat inconsistent. Like enemy damage. Like sometimes you're getting hit by wet noodles, and others, it's a nuclear baby. It's a nuclear bomb versus a coughing baby situation. And you're the coughing baby. Ooh, that's pretty good.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, I think after we kill Raya, I think I need to look at my gear again. We'll do a little gear check. See if we can make some changes, make some upgrades. What's profit room? Hey, buddy. Ooh, is that a perfect bone clamor? Pretty close. Wow. Okay, we're throwing that into a nemesis if we find one. That's okay. Alright. Very cool. Wow, perfect bone clamor. Another item to throw into the nemesis eggs. Can make sure I'm not running out of room here. We're doing all right. Why are you? You should be in Weaver. We're running out of Weaver equipment. Okay. Huh. We'll have to look at that. Anyways, gear check after Raya, not now. Lost Temple. Easy. Oh no, not Covenant of Dominion. You want to talk about inconsistent damage? They nerfed it, and it's still just... You get hit by its little fire crosshair thing. Half your health is just gone instantly. Used to one-shot a lot of people. I know it one-shot me several times on several builds. That's why I don't play hardcore and online. I'll play hardcore offline, mainly because I have control of my own destiny there. But, you know, there's server lag or anything like that, and I'm facing off against one of those Covenanted Dominions. You never know if you're suddenly staring at a death screen. These guys so much. They do seem a little bit toned down, so that's nice. But still, I am intensely nervous around them. Now found all the shrines over here. Speaking of Nemesis, Ooh, that's not... No, not damage over time for minions. I despise the fact that damage over time for minions is even a stat. Just damage for minions should affect that. The fact that it has to be specified really rubs me the wrong way. I think we're good here. None of these shields rolled a tier 7, fortunately. Not that we're using a shield, but, you know. Okay, next. We are one off of being able to... Let's do this one.
It will shatter around you.
Okay. Really, you know, our damage is still very... it's good, but it's still lacking. Especially because as soon as we get to those higher timelines, like, critting for 3k is not going to cut it.
This moment will shatter.
Sometimes it feels like the Omen bar does not fill up with certain enemies dying. We're gonna get out of that. There we go. Ugh. Their little instant teleports always gets me. We got something fancy. Got something fancy here. Oh, no. I have gotten, I think, 4 or... I'm pretty sure this is the 4th or 5th 3 LP Snowblind. I'm not even going to pick it up. I shit you not, I am not going to pick this item up. It's so... I've seen it so many times. That's an all-skill. Body armor. Okay. Wow. This rolled pretty solid. Like, not fantastic, but that's pretty good. For an all-skiller. That was not so great. Oh, another... Wow. Okay, all-skillers. Alright. You've had that poison damage, though. Okay. Easy peasy. I am going to go ahead and get us to the second ability line there. There we go. 67. We're working on our multiplier. Really not bad. I almost want to use this, but I'm not even... I'm 1 level off anyways. But also, like, that's... like, if you're not focused on anything specific, or you just, like, just generically stats and whatnot, this is a perfect stat stick. Don't think it's quite strong enough to, like, keep on me, but we'll see. Alright. Let's take on the quest echoes and fight Raya.
Yes. Stay safe.
I will say the minions do help with cleanup. I mean, they're killing. Kind of see them up there in the corner. They're doing enough damage to clean up the trash mobs.
What brings you here?
I cannot do that.
Safe travels. Take care of yourself.
I'm begging EHG, please, for this quest echo, or any quest echo that requires you to talk to multiple people. Please just have it so that you just hit the things around them. Oh, have a good night, sis. Thanks for stopping in.
I cannot do that.
I'm begging them. They need to allow us to just. Or you know what? I'll do you one better. Please give us a way to skip quest echoes past the first time you've done them. Like, it's just so annoying. I know technically you can go straight to empowered timelines, but that's not always a viable thing.
I cannot do that.
Yes?
Viable thing to do. Look at that. Very nice. To the next one. Now, the main thing I'm hoping to see drop from Raya is going to be the gloves. Because we have a few damage over time builds, or builds that make use of damage over time that wouldn't mind it. Not best in slot, but, you know, at this point with corruption, anything is possible.
I cannot do that.
There we go. We'll say one of the things that's leaning me towards switching from Rive to multi-strike is that the attack animation and hits, or mostly the attack animation, doesn't seem to match up with the attack speed increases. Like, the Rive always seems like it strikes slower than it actually is, which kind of throws me off a little bit.
I cannot do that.
Nice. The prophecy. That was not bad. That one's eh. Even the eh ones you gotta take because, you know, again, corruption. Oh, why did I pick that up? It's not even tier 7. Alright, here we go. See how Raya goes.
I cannot do that.
Definitely applying armor. I hate this attack. Get over here, man. Oop. Yep. I am not risking that. I always know I can take one. Okay, we did get gloves. Very cool. Void resistance. Yeah, we got plenty of void resistance. I'm gonna have to just take it, and then we'll just go change it at the blessing, lady. All right. How did we do on the naked, naked, and naked? Okay. Just got gloves. We another thing to throw into a nemesis. All right, let's head back to the end of time really quick. Check our gear. Adjust our blessing so it's not crap, and go from there. Probably skip to the dragon timeline again. I don't like looking on.
Greetings.
Let's do that 1 extra percent. I'm feeling like chance to shred. No, it's not physical. I think just raw health. We don't really need more crit strike chance. We have plenty of crit strike chance at this point. More health is nice. Okay. So this one I think we can take off because 10% bleed duration is not all that great, and we're not throwing that often for shred armor to matter, so pop that off. This one's really nice. We want to put that on. We do need to reroll it though. So idols. Probably that one. Let's say chance to gain. Oh, we're getting a weird bug again. Crit strike. I'm not big on the ward. Multiplier with Rive? Yes. Red armor? Yes. We need to find a altar that allows us to even have this many. Ornate. Because it's feeling like gonna be a little tight for the altars here. Oh, I actually did have one. Okay. I need a 4. I need a 4. I don't think there even is a... No, I think actually there's one that can take 4 ornates. I need... Health regen's okay. Physical penetration's nice. I mean, obviously. Kind of shocked. I actually don't have that many. See, Dude, this makes me want to do multi-strike. Man. Okay, that one's pretty good. Okay, so we have we have lots of options here. Okay. Let's look at our altar options. So I need anything that can give us 4 ornates. Honestly, I might just do this one. Just for the reduced bonus damage. In fact, use... Ooh, this one's pretty good. I like this one, but it's only gonna hold 2 ornates. You don't need threshold. It might be this one. This one's kind of boring, but man. %3 increased mana regen. Okay, what cares about ornate? And these can take ornate. Nah, this one's still not good. Yeah, at this point, I'm just looking for health and mana. It's tough finding a good altar. 183 armor per idol in an refracted slot. This still can only take 2 though. Yeah, it's gonna have to be one of these, where it's got the 1 in the middle. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. So 22%, 10%. So we want something with real big numbers. In the middle. We also want to corrupt some of these. So let's corrupt. That, you know what? That's fine, actually. Weird. Or minion poison resistance. Okay. Okay. Why are there so many corrupted affixes that care about minions? It blows my mind. Okay. So let's do whatever has like the biggest combined number. I think it's this one. It's I think it's definitely this one. Title. Mana regen. I don't even really need mana regen is the only problem with how we're building this. Red multiplier. Oh snap, I miscounted. I'm gonna say probably the better ornate idol. Okay, so like bleed, penetration, physical pen, unavoidance, physical pen, and I'm gonna say stun chance because it's slightly more important. All right, the rest of these can go back. Do want to corrupt the rest of these, but we need to get good idle affixes first. Okay, so now we can look at getting better gear. Now, still a pretty good dual wielding set, but I still think we can do better. Probably not that much better, but there are dual wield weaver's gifts maybe. Might be the way to go. We'll try that, I think, first. Ooh, that dropped our damage by quite a bit. We'll see, though. I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to give it a chance. Not saying it's going to be great. Not saying it's probably... Frankly, it's probably going to be a little painful. But I'm willing to give it a shot. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck on this set for the rest of time. I just need a belt to replace. I like the resistances on this one. I think we're good. Okay. See if it's any good. I should corrupt my gloves. Don't really like that. I'm not upset, but I need a pair of gloves now. Oh, we can actually put on atrophy anyways. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. Or any decent gloves I can get. I mean, attunement's not even the worst thing in the world. Okay, that's not, no. Okay, let's... There are resistances. Okay. We have plenty of void. I need lightning. I need lightning resist so badly. Yeah, that's not terrible. Guess we're not getting lightning resistance. I still don't need mana either. But anything with increased mana regen is just turning me off too. Guess this is good as it's gonna get. I do like the endurance on this, so maybe this is the winner. So we don't need crit strike avoidance, so we're gonna roll that off. Necrotic's not bad, I'll take it. More strength, and I like minion health. I don't think we need minion health that bad. Throwing damage is actually okay. Actually okay. Not my preferred affix, but the worst thing we could get is I think it's minion dodge rating. Ooh. I like that. I like that quite a lot. Okay. Alright, game. Redeemed. Alright. Our crit chance. Oof. Wow, Peak of the Mountain is really carrying here. There's a Sentinel helmet we could use. Pretty much just this one. I don't like the dodge rating. I really don't. I'm gonna do something really stupid and risky. See if we can knock the critical strike avoidance off. Okay. Never mind, that's terrible. Alright, well, shoot. We tried. I just want a better helmet. Don't have a lot of options. Want to get this butcher's crown on. We'll get there. A better relic. Oh yeah, we do have another Weaver's Will item. Okay, we'll put this on for now. I do kind of want to, like, spread the chance around here. Alright, let's try this. We're going to be weak for a little bit because we got to wait for the Weaver's items to build up, but might be cool. Here we go. We're gonna probably hit like a wet noodle to start here. Alright, we're going for the unique item first. Oh, that is so slow. Oh no. Yeah, let's... This is gonna be rough to start. Ooh, hello. I might use some Weaver runes to speed up the process here. They're still, like, doing damage, which is nice, but not really saying much. Go to me. Sentinel's Apocalypse Plate? Yeah. I'm not gonna sweat it. Ooh. Yeah, that rolled pretty nice. Yeah, we're relying quite a bit on Bleed doing the work here right now. I mean, it is. Unfortunately, it's only ticking for like 1,000, which is not great. Fixes are starting to fill in a little bit, though, at least. This guy's gonna burn it, isn't he? We're working through it. We're working through it. Like, if it wasn't for the insane life leech I'm getting, we would probably be dead by now. Off of the damage over time back. Thanks, Weaver items. This house, we fulfill prophecies. Wow, these are all god awful. Okay, I guess. Did I go for off? Or why did I go for prophecy? Question my own decisions. Sometimes. I have this weird feeling in the back of my head that the minions are carrying. Let's go for the triple ability here. Triple reward.
I cannot do that.
I will say, the coolest part about these Weaver swords is just the dual wield carry on these are it's pretty cool. It looks pretty neat. Fortunately, it doesn't hit very well compared to the Jormans. Okay. Alright. I'm definitely doing a build that involves two-handed weapons again for our next build. I have too many of those swords now. I don't want to make another tab, but I'm probably going to anyways. Alright. Big bunch of nothing. Okay. Farsight is what? Good, man. Shield throw. Okay, what are we rolling so far? Cast speed is meh. Physical damage, great, awesome. Let's keep getting that. Melee critical strike chance. No wonder why my damage started coming back. I haven't rolled anything there yet. Effectiveness or fire resistance and ignite. Terrible. We're gonna re-roll that. Keep rolling. Panic City, one of my favorite echoes because it's just kind of more of a narrow corridor. I know. Look, if you're not gonna make an open world ARP game, just make the levels a little more. I don't mind them being a little more linear. Increase damage over time. Not against it.
I cannot.
It's 70%. What the? Oh well, I can't even. Tier 6. Fine. Whatever. Played enough this season that I can be a little snobby with our T6 versus T7
I cannot do that.
affixes. There. I might just blow a bunch of Weaver relics here, or runes. Oh. I think the 1-2 punch of the Siege Golem and the Matriarch hitting me probably would have killed me there had I not rolled out of the way. That was close! Hate Siege Golems. Okay, are we getting anything? Okay. Yeah, sure. Physical resistance. I'm actually okay with it.
I cannot do that.
Never. It's always the Weaver relics for the classes I'm not playing. At the moment. Yeah, you know what? Let's, I'm gonna use at least one Weaver on each, because this is taking a little longer than I was expecting. Damage over time. Unfortunately, fire damage, but whatever. Armor. Really wants to give me cast speed.
I cannot do that. Stand down or die.
I think I'd be applying more bleed damage. Whoa, okay. Okay. Alright. We got a little sketchy there, but came back.
I cannot do that.
Kind of curious what this champion is. Oh, it's the bear. Bear man. Yeah, we need some lightning resistance. All right. Boy, it really went all in on on melee critical strike. Minion melee damage actually isn't all that bad. Honestly, if this would have been bleed instead of ignite on hit, both of these swords would have rolled fantastic. I think I'm going to do this last echo, guys, and then I'm going to call it for today. It's been a pretty good day for the build, for this build. Considering the struggles we're now starting to run into. We do have options, but I also don't want to spend like an hour sitting in menus trying to really min-max the stats here, so I think we all got the gist of how this build works. Just a matter of gear at this point. And again, just a reminder, the new Diablo 4 expansion will be coming out soon, so I will probably be playing that, which means that the last Epoch videos will slow down for a little bit. But they're not stopping. They're not stopping. I have more Season 4 to do. You're not going anywhere on that front. And I mean, we've done every base class so far, except Acolyte, so I'm gonna say we're probably gonna do Acolyte next week. Yark. Gotta do this to me, man. There we go. Yeesh. Rive. You're kidding. Static Shell's kind of nice if I actually have lightning build I wanted to do. Guy's purple. I have no idea why these guys are like glowing purple. Weird. Alright, well. I think that will do it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I was using the Jorman set. I just want to be clear. Weaver's Gifts right now. Swaddling of the Erased, which, you know, Blood of the Exile, amazing. Woven Flesh, Peak of the Mountain. Yeah, you name it. Again, Rive, Lunge, Javelin, the War Banner, Forge Strike, Manifest Armor. And here are our stats. So, again, thank you for anybody who's popped in. I will be back next week with another build. And, well, actually, hold up. Depending on how the new D4 expansion goes, we might take a small break. We'll see. Maybe I'll have something a little fun off the side we can do for E4 or last Epoch. We'll see. It's going to depend on how that expansion feels. So, yeah.